Sing Correctional Facility stands on the eastern bank of the Hudson River, north of New York City. The walls rise from the shoreline, close enough that passing boats can see them. From the beginning, the prison is meant to be seen. Its location is deliberate. It signals authority, permanence, and punishment. Opened in 1826, it operates through eras of American history that define incarceration by force, discipline, and fear. What happens inside is not hidden from the public imagination. It becomes part of it. If stories like this matter to you, consider subscribing, because what happens next reveals how this system truly works. The prison is built from local stone, quarried by incarcerated men who are forced to cut, shape, and haul the material themselves. Labor is compulsory. Silence is enforced. This is not symbolic. It is regulated. Speaking without permission brings punishment. The goal is control through routine and deprivation. The early system relies on isolation, obedience, and physical endurance. Rehabilitation is not the objective. Order is. In the 19th century, American prisons are laboratories of punishment. Sing becomes one of the most rigid. Daily life is governed by bells and rules. Incarcerated men move in lockstep. They eat in silence. They work in silence. They are expected to internalize authority. Discipline is maintained by guards with wide discretion. Physical punishment is accepted practice. Solitary confinement is common. Overcrowding becomes routine as the prison population grows. The architecture reflects the philosophy. Long cell blocks stretch across tiers. Cells are small, narrow, and dark. Ventilation is poor. Lighting is minimal. Sanitation is limited. Disease spreads easily. Medical care is basic and often delayed. Complaints are treated as defiance. Survival depends on compliance and endurance. Violence is present, but it is structured. Force flows downward. Guards maintain control through threat and example. Punishment is visible enough to deter others. Public executions are not part of the prison, but death is central to its identity. In the late 19th century, New York State adopts execution by electricity. Sing becomes the primary site. The electric chair is installed in 1891. It is presented as modern and humane. In practice, it becomes a symbol of state power. Executions occur regularly. Hundreds take place over decades. The process is clinical. The condemned are brought from their cells under guard. Witnesses include officials, doctors, and selected observers. Records are kept. Times are logged. The body is examined after death. The state treats execution as procedure. The chair itself becomes famous. Newspapers report on it. The name of the prison becomes shorthand for death. Sent to Sing enters public language. The prison's identity narrows. It is no longer only a place of confinement. It is the place where the state kills. Executions influence daily life beyond the death chamber. They reinforce hierarchy and fear. Incarcerated men know when an execution is scheduled. Sound carries through the facility. Guards are aware of their role in a system that ends lives. The presence of death shapes behavior. It is intended to. Administration changes over time, but the core structure remains. Wardens come and go. Some introduce limited reforms. Others double down on discipline. In the early 20th century, limited educational and vocational programs appear. They are secondary. Security remains the priority. Silence rules are relaxed in stages, then reinstated in different forms. Control is never surrendered. Overcrowding worsens during periods of high incarceration. Cells designed for one hold two. Sometimes more. Tension increases. Conflicts between incarcerated men rise. Guards respond with force and segregation. Solitary confinement remains a tool. Time in isolation can last weeks or months. Oversight is minimal by modern standards. public attitudes toward punishment are reflected in the prison. When crime fears rise, discipline tightens. When reform movements gain traction, small changes follow. These shifts are uneven. They depend on politics and leadership, not on the lived conditions inside. For much of its history, Sing Sing operates with limited transparency. What happens behind the walls is rarely challenged. The electric chair continues to operate through the first half of the 20th century. Some executions are controversial. Legal appeals delay some cases. Others proceed quickly. The prison staff carry out orders. Responsibility is diffused through bureaucracy. The system functions as designed. By the mid-20th century, criticism grows. National conversations about civil rights and humane treatment begin to affect prisons. New York reviews its death penalty practices. Executions slow, then stop. The electric chair is eventually removed from use. Its legacy remains. Life inside the prison adjusts, but its reputation does not disappear. Sing Sing remains maximum security. It holds people convicted of serious offenses. Security measures are strict. Movement is controlled. Surveillance increases with technology. Violence does not vanish. It changes form. Programs expand in the latter half of the 20th century. Educational classes, arts initiatives, and limited rehabilitation efforts appear. These coexist with long-standing security practices. Participation varies. Resources are constrained. The prison's age complicates reform. Old buildings are difficult to adapt to modern standards. Incidents of abuse and misconduct occur across decades, as they do in many large institutions. Investigations follow some cases. Others remain unresolved. Accountability is inconsistent. The structure favors authority. Complaints from incarcerated people are often dismissed or delayed. Despite reforms, the prison continues to symbolize an older model of incarceration. Its walls, its history, and its location keep it in public view. Boats still pass. Visitors still see the stone rising from the river. The image is unchanged. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the American prison system expands dramatically. Sing Sing becomes part of a much larger network. Its role shifts from singular symbol to historical anchor. Yet its past continues to define how it is perceived. The legacy of execution looms. The electric chair is no longer active, but its history shapes debate. It raises questions about punishment, deterrence, and state power. Those questions are not theoretical. They are grounded in recorded deaths, documented procedures, and physical space. Today, Sing Sing operates under modern regulations. Oversight is greater than in earlier eras. Standards exist. Training is formalized. Even so, the prison's design and culture reflect its origins. Control remains central. Security dictates daily life. Incarcerated people still experience isolation, restriction, and limited autonomy. Rehabilitation is present, but constrained. Release is uncertain. Sentences are long. The environment is controlled by routine and surveillance. The prison's history is studied by scholars and reformers. It serves as evidence of how punishment evolves and how slowly institutions change. The electric chair is now an artifact, but the mindset that created it leaves traces. Sing Sing represents a period when incarceration is openly punitive. Fear is a tool. Death is a policy. Silence is enforced. That period is not distant. It is documented and preserved within living memory. Understanding this history matters because it informs the present. Modern incarceration does not begin on a blank slate. It inherits structures, assumptions, and practices. Sing Sing is a case study in continuity. The prison endures because systems endure. Buildings last. Policies adapt slowly. Cultural attitudes lag behind law. Reform competes with inertia. The story of Sing Sing is not one of isolated cruelty. It is systemic. It reflects decisions made by lawmakers, administrators, and the public. It shows how authority is exercised when oversight is limited and fear is normalized. Standing by the Hudson, the prison remains visible. It does not hide its past. It carries it forward in stone and memory. The electric chair no longer operates, but the institution that housed it continues. Sing Sing is not unique in its brutality, but it is distinctive in its symbolism. It connects punishment to place. It makes the consequences of law tangible. The prison's history challenges simple narratives of progress. Change occurs, but it is uneven. Improvement exists alongside persistence. The legacy of harsh discipline coexists with modern reform efforts. This is the savage root of modern incarceration. Not chaos, but order imposed through force. Not secrecy, but visibility used as deterrence. Not rehabilitation as a priority, but control. Sing Sing stands as evidence of what happens when punishment defines a system. It shows how fear becomes routine, how death becomes procedure, how institutions normalize what they repeat. The walls still stand. The river still flows. The prison still operates. Its past is not erased by time. It is embedded in the present.